Hey, long time no see. I'm alright. How are you doing? Well, I'm just sitting at home. What about you guys? I hope you are. Welcome to another shadergraph tutorial. This one we are going to look at this bubble effect. I already played with this in my last video in VR, and it's like a squishy ball using NVIDIA Flex and all of that stuff. Check out that video, it's fun. This tutorial is going to be quick. I'm not gonna create it from scratch. I'm just gonna explain what I did. So you need to start with an unlit shader graph. You have to set it to transparent, and then for the transparency, the alpha, it's going to be for both actually, for the color and the transparency, you need a reflection probe, which is going to get the colors from the reflection probe that you have next to your object, and use the world view and normal for it, so that when you rotate your object, the reflections stay in their place and they are not unwrapped based on your object. So if you keep these two objects, or you don't put them at all, then if your object is rotated, the reflections are going to be rotated as well, which is not right. Okay, so I divided these colors by this parameter. We don't really need this. It's just to reduce the colors if you want. And then I got the length of these colors, which is going to tell me how bright or dark this current pixel is. And then I am going to choose the minimum of either this brightness or the Fresnel effect. And then I'm going to add a parameter to it, and then clamp it between 0 and 1 and connect that to the alpha. So what this does is, now we have this Fresnel power, which you can see it will affect the transparency. And also it's combined with the colors that we are getting from the reflection probe, which means these darker areas of the reflection are going to be more transparent. Okay. Now if you want to play with the divide color, it's just going to kill the reflection, and killing the reflection will also kill the transparency. It will make it more transparent. Okay, let's go back here. Now this is all for the alpha, and now for the color, I am blending the reflection probe colors with a gradient that I just created. I just googled some photos of bubbles, and I kind of saw that it's from the outside kind of yellow, and then, well, this gradient thing. And then to unwrap or to like map the gradient, there is only one node to use that, which is sample gradient, and then the time is going to be your Fresnel. If I just show you the Fresnel, it's going to look like this. So you can play with the power to see how it unwraps it. Now I wanted to add these noisy texture on the surface, and so that it looks a bit more like the bubble. If you ever played with bubbles, then you probably know that there are these splashes or whatever you want to call them that have different colors. So to do that, I did all this work. It's not a lot of work. You can check my tutorial for the triplanar unwrapping, and this is basically it. I am just unwrapping 3 gradient noises based on the position of my object and using the normal to transition between each two faces, and like the top and bottom face, and then left and right face, and then front and back face. You can see that, you can watch that tutorial if you want, but that's exactly the same thing. And I'm just using normal gradient noises for that, so that you have this nice gradient noise, seamless. You don't see any cuts between. And then clamp it and use that, subtract it from the Fresnel effect to have this stuff. I did maybe some subtraction. I have this parameter that will subtract from the gradient noise before going through. I think if you just put this guy here, if you subtract it here, it's going to do the same thing. And then that's it. So now you have the blend sharpness is now sorry about that. I think the reflection probe is not behaving correctly. So now you have this noise subtraction, and like if you increase it, you will see that it's increasing the sizes of these colored areas. And that's gonna be it for this tutorial. Please hit that subscribe button and the like button if you like this video, and check out the links in the description. So thank you so much for watching, and have a nice one at your home.